Hey guys, just quickly before the video starts, I want to say that I have an Instagram account in the description below. If you're subscribed to this channel, I would really appreciate if you can follow that account as well for updates on the channel. And second, if you come here often and you aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It would really help my channel a lot. My first goal is to hit 500 subscribers, while my first overall goal is to hit 1,000. So if you can hit that subscribe button, maybe hit that bell for notifications for each time I upload, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for your time, and I hope you guys all enjoy the video. Hey, what's up everyone? I'm the Burning Baron, but you can just call me the Baron. And we're here with episode 3 of my Mario Kart Tour drawing game. You know the rules, so do I, so let's just jump right into it. So, I've decided that from here on out, when I do new tours in Mario Kart Tour, I'm going to start showcasing the actual new tracks in the game that were added, be them returning retros or new tracks, whatnot. Anything that's new to the game from that tour. And I'm going to start out with what is not effectively the signature track, but was pretty much the highlighted one. And we're going to start with Shroom Ridge, regardless of whether or not I've already done it. Rules, obviously, got to start bottom shelf. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a Koopaling theme, and I'm going to play as the Koopaling. So I'm going to start with Wendy, because she's kind of my least favorite. Actually, no, screw that. Starting with my favorites. I'm going to start with my favorite. Go with my boy Ludwig. Because it's bottom shelf. Gotta do that. Hitting OK for record. Oh, not that. Sorry. I'm hitting OK for record, and we in. So, well, my thing rotated there. I don't know if that looks weird or not. Anyway, so Shroom Ridge, if anybody has been following up on the booster course pass for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Shroom Ridge was in the very first wave of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and since the booster course pass is literally entirely centered around Mario Kart Tour, it was obvious that this was going to come to the game eventually. And yeah, it took him about a full year, and I'm going to continue to hit other people's shit. Yeah, it took them about a full year to get this course into the game, but as of right now, every booster course pass track is now in Tour. Shroom Ridge is probably one of my original earliest forgettable DS tracks, I'm not gonna lie. When I thought of most of Mario Kart DS, I really did not think of DS Shroom Ridge first. I am not going to be able to get past this car. Let me leave. I mean, I kind of have to blame the fact that of all the courses to be buried under, Shroom Ridge was in the same cup as Waluigi Pinball and Delfino Square, which I'd argue are two really popular DS tracks. And while I wouldn't exactly put Desert Hill on the same level as Waluigi Pinball, I still think Desert Hill was a little bit more notable simply because it was also a really interesting reference to Super Mario Bros. 3's Desert Land. So, in general, Shroom Ridge just kind of got buried under tracks that were inevitably more popular than it. But I'm so glad that this track kind of got some more hype to it and love. We can first, that means I can actually do well in a race next time with a decent score instead of 13,000, which is, you know, hilariously enough, only 2,000 less than how I did with a 3-star or a top shelf character. That was level 1. So, that being said, once again, I forgot to put my mic elsewhere. That probably was not a good sound for you to hear. That was just my mic hitting my side table. Alright, so I came in first, so I outline one part. So I am going to resume Katie here, and I'm going to outline her shirt. I'm going to make sure I'm on the right layer, like I've never been. And fix that up. Alright, so moving on from Mario Kart discussion to the drawing, I feel like I had so much to say, and now I've completely forgotten it. Like, I have so many more ideas when I'm not doing this, and then the moment I'm actually doing it, poof, all of those ideas are gone. I also have to remember all the things I've actually said about my character. I did mention that she has a unique copy ability, much that's kind of inspired by Kirby. Actually, okay, hold on, my hand's a little shaking. I'm just feeling a little weird. Oof, I don't know why it's doing that. It's very shaky, and I don't like that because that could ruin the vibe of my drawing. Yeah, so something I didn't mention is that Katie's appearance actually shifts based on who she copies in a similar manner to how Kirby gets. I'm feeling little muscle spasms in my forearm. Yeah, it's kind of like how Kirby gets little hats based on the abilities he copies. Katie's actual visual appearance kind of shifts based on who she copies. It's a result of where the ability came from, which I don't think I got into detail about. But to finish off, actually, like when she copies another female character, her hair shifts around to match the character she copied, so her hair perfectly matches theirs. And when she copies a male character, the front of her hair changes instead of her whole hairstyle. And as for where her ability came from, the backstory to that is that prior to when she was born, her mother, the town she lived in had a chemical plant, like a nuclear power plant or whatnot, and it had a malfunction and it kind of released some toxic chemicals out into the air. And as a part of the backstory, everyone was evacuated to a shelter where everyone was thankfully okay, but Katie's mother did manage to catch some of the chemicals as she was evacuating, and during her pregnancy with Katie, it affected her brain, which gave her that unique ability to copy others. I will get more into that in a bit because that's an outline right there, which means I get to go on to another race, so hopefully I'll be able to do more racing. Alright, so yeah, moving on to the next course, I'm going to say, I'll do another version of Shroomridge later, but the actual main highlight for the Doctor Tour, the 2023 Doctor Tour, was the reverse trick version of Coconut Mall, which we're going to do, and I'm going to cheese to hell and back. I guess, I know I said I'd do a Koopaling thing, but that's only if I actually get the chance to use them. Now I get a chance to use the top shelf, which means I'm just going to cheat and use the Donkey Kong Mii racing suit, because it literally exists with the giant banana to just, dominate almost any track. Alright, hitting OK. And yeah, we're in. So yeah, the Donkey Kong Mii racing suit is like a base game. Well, not a base game. Since the debut of Mii's, it was one of the first Mii racing suits introduced. Having the giant banana just means you're immediately OP. Like, that's just how it goes. Because it's just insane what this goddamn thing does. It's the giant banana from Double Dash. If y'all know what it does there, you know what it does here. It's a giant banana that just acts as a massive wall. On top of that, it splits into smaller bananas when it's hit, which means that, it's still a problem. Where did my banana go? I'm pretty sure I still had a banana with me. I don't know where it went. And because, when you level up your character, it gets to the point where it splits from 3 bananas to 5 bananas. And when you frenzy that shit, it's just plain unfair. Like, you get a massive lead. I hope I get to see it at least once in this race, because that would be... And there it is. Alright, let's do this. And this is good, because this is my ranked cup for next week, so... Here's some action of me building myself up, and that is a blue shell. It doesn't matter, because who's going to catch me when they're all just hitting the dumbass bananas I left behind? So, this is going to set me a new record, I can guarantee it. And this is going to help me out for my ranked next week, which is what I want. Oh my goodness, and we're going to end off like this. Perfect. Alright. This was a good run. This was a really good run. That coin frenzy could have come a little earlier, but doesn't matter. That is a... Oh my goodness, that is... Like, even then, I still feel like, hey, if I got those earlier, in maybe the first lap, that would have been great, but that giant banana frenzy was perfectly timed. Holy jeez, 10,000 point increase, first place. No way that wasn't happening otherwise. Alright. Yeah, there you go. The destruction of a giant banana frenzy. You play Mario Kart Tour, you know that shit. You don't play Tour, well, congrats, you've just been introduced to the reason why giant banana peels are overpowered. Alright, so this once again another very easy thing. So actually, I'm gonna double up and I'm going to finish her sunglasses as well. I'm gonna create a new layer. Okay, so yeah, let's try and get back into what I was saying. So yeah, the chemicals that affected Katie's mother when Katie was being born affected Katie, gave her the ability, but it came at the cost because Katie's mother passed away when she was 3, and it was something she never really got over. This is all her backstory, but like, it really hurt that she lost her mother at such an early age. She didn't like it, obviously. I'm pretty sure nobody would like losing a parent at that age. I can understand it's already hard enough to lose a parent, like, any time. Alright. It's not going to stay like that, don't worry. I'm just going to do the lens entirely, and then I'm going to do something else. Oh, that's going over. Yeah, I would, like, this is kind of the only way I can really color it, because if I just use the paint bucket, it's going to color the entire layer, which would be, in this case, the entire drawing, and it would cover almost everything. Alright, almost kind of looks good without the opacity that I'm about to do. No, you know what? Let me do 80. I think 85 is okay. Shaded just a little bit. So glad I learned how to do stuff like this. Alright, so now I'm going to move all the way down. Highlight the right layer again. I'm going to outline her skirt. Yeah, so that's where Katie got her ability, and kind of a bit more of her backstory. Another fun little detail that I thought was my favorite thing to include is that because of her similarity to Kirby with Kirby's copy ability, her father got her a Nintendo 64 shortly after her mother passed to, you know, kind of make her feel better, hopefully give her a little something to, you know, I'd assume that's what a parent would do. I can't really speak from experience, and I apologize if any of what I'm saying might come offensive to anybody who might be in the situation. But like when Kirby 64 came out, her father saw it, and she's like, and he was like, "Yes, this is what I'm going to get this for my daughter because it looks so similar to what she can do." Exposition, you know, backstory. Who knows if anybody really cares? Who knows who's actually watching this? Who knows if I should really be diving this deep into my own characters? Like, because obviously this is stuff I would like to, you know, remain safe. I don't want it to be stolen from me. I don't want people to try and use it, because this is my drawings, my characters, all this stuff I spent so much time doing. It would be just, I would hate it if it was stolen from me, and I know I'm always at risk at that. I think that's looking pretty good so far. I need to start losing races so that I can do more, but considering last time I only got like 3 races in, maybe it's good that I'm getting some good luck here, some wins. So, we're gonna move back on. So, I'm gonna do another version of Shroom Ridge. I'm gonna do what is effectively one of my favorite parts about this game as a whole, and that's a reverse track. I'm going to go to the version that's actually the first course, so I can use a little more diverse options. You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna go back because my other option would have been the DK Me racing suit, and I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to use the white Me racing suit instead. I'll use the 2022 Sports Coupe and the Record Setter because I love that glider. And okay, so yeah. Bouncing between topics is going to be hard. Maybe I should actually try and focus on one topic. I really do like Mario Kart Tour. I know it's probably it's probably not going to be a lot of people's favorites because it's a mobile game that really didn't practice a lot of good shit. But for me, I kind of enjoy it. I more enjoy it for seeing what tracks they'll add because I love that aspect. I love racing on all these courses. The mere fact that so many of these tracks have been getting some like decent love since they came out, like, or since they've been added, like a lot of, like I mentioned, but I think in the first episode, the Game Boy Advance got so much love from this game, like Sunset Wilds, Boo Lake, Cheap Cheap Island, like even Riverside Park. Goddamn, that's become one of my favorite new additions I've ever played. I just think it's phenomenal that those tracks get attention. This, like, obviously Shroom Ridge, like, I especially love tracks that have not returned yet. So, especially for the case of Shroom Ridge, DK Summit, not Maple Tree, Rainbow Road, Wii's Rainbow Road, like, again, most of the SNES and GBA tracks. I don't know how far this will extend because obviously we're actually reaching a point in Mario Kart history where a lot of the tracks have already been used. So, like, what else do they have to do after that? Like, the only tracks that haven't been reused yet are most of Mario Kart 8's and, like, sprinkled here and there. If we count Tour as first appearances, like, Mario Kart 7 is now on par with it's almost on par with Mario Kart 64. Because keep in mind, Mario Kart 64 only has one track that hasn't come back yet, and that's Wario Stadium. And if we count Tour, between Mario Kart 2 and Mario Kart 8, every single Mario Kart 7 course is currently in Tour or in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, aside from the Woohoo tracks. So, like, that's two that only haven't returned. Alright, so another first place appearance. Congrats to me. You're being too good now. You're given success and now you're running too far with it. I think I should increase my workload just a little bit, and I will do her entire leg, shoe, sock, and her leg itself. Just because, hey, you need to actually do some drawing because I would like to actually finish this. Once I'm finished outlining everything, my rules will change from outlining to coloring, and I will change things up a bit. I think first place I think it'll be how many placements I come in will determine how much I color. So if I come in 8th, I have to color 8 different sections. I'm on the right there. Okay, so I'm gonna pause from talking about the actual characters and my stuff, and I'm gonna keep talking about how my opinion on the retro tracks and how they've been coming back. I know they can also be called classic courses. I prefer the term retro. But yeah, so we are currently at a point where, like, we are almost done bringing courses back. Super NES has only 6 tracks that need to come back, those being Mario Circuit 4, Ghost Valley 3, Koopa Beach 1, and all 3 Bowser Castle maps for whatever reason. I find those all, like, aside from Ghost Valley 3, like, that's the only one I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense, but, like, Koopa Beach 1 is such a bog standard looking track. I'm surprised it didn't come back sooner. Mario Circuit 4 is ironic considering how they brought back the first 3 Mario circuits twice now. Not including its Super Circuit appearance. Mario Circuit 1 was in DS and Tour. Mario Circuit 3 was in Wii and Tour and 8 Deluxe, but let's save that. That's tied to Tour, so it doesn't count. Well, it does, but in any case, and then Mario Circuit 2 was in Tour and Mario Kart 7. And hilariously enough, Mario Circuit 4 has not come back yet in any capacity. I think that bringing back Mario Circuit 3 was just the whiffed opportunity that they could have brought back Mario Circuit 4 and done something a little more interesting than Mario Circuit 3, as much as I love the track. I am baffled that it's taken so long for a Bowser Castle map from the SNES to come back. Like, oh my, that's the only track theme that has not come back yet from Super Mario Kart. Like, how on earth is that a thing? How have you gone 4 straight games with retro tracks and not brought back a single Bowser Castle map? And I also, yes, I know, like, it sounds weird to say Bowser Castle instead of Bowser's Castle, but that's kind of what it was called in the SNES era. I don't like how that's not straight. Okay, does that look better? Yeah, it looks a little better. So yeah, it was quite weird that the SNES Bowser Castle maps haven't come back, and I just realized I've done even more work than I even told myself to, because I did both her legs instead of just one. Okay, well, that counts. I'm gonna count that. Oh, you know what? I'll finish her other sock too. Yeah, as I mentioned, Mario Kart 64 sits at only one track that hasn't returned yet, which is really, really hilarious to think about, because Mario Kart 64 has basically been played the golden child, because it was the only one to consistently have more than 2 tracks returned in every single game since. In Mario Kart, both Mario Kart Wii and DS and 8, it has 4 individual tracks come back, and in Mario Kart 7 it had 3, which is really hilarious. Mario Kart 64, the golden child. Alright, so all that's left to do is Katie's shoes and the bags, I guess, and then we'll start coloring. I'm going to start coloring Stacy first because, you know, I really would like to keep that going in order. Hey guys, okay, sorry about that. I'm redoing the race and I cut everything I just said there because I forgot to record the race in general, so I'm redoing it. So, unfortunately, that does mean I'm kind of cheating because in the race I played, I came in second. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what I come in, and I will do my second place work, and then I will do what else I get when coming in this, whatever placement I get from this race. And I will try to repeat a lot of what I said. Okay, so let's retry this one more again. So I re-mentioned that Mario Kart 64 has Wario Stadium. I mentioned that the Super Circuit has Yoshi Desert, and then the entirety of Special Cup that hasn't returned, which is, again, Lakeside Park, Broken Pier, Bowser Castle 4, and Rainbow Road. And then I mentioned that Double Dash is sitting at 4 tracks, which is Mushroom City, Wario Coliseum, Rainbow Road, and Bowser's Castle. And it was, I was saying, I kind of understand Wario Coliseum because it's a massive track that had 2 laps in it. So I guess for if they were to bring it back, that's another track that would probably have to have either a lap reduction or split into segments like Rainbow Road. But I personally don't think it needs to do that because, again, for the same reason of N64 Rainbow Road, we're in an era where the gameplay is a lot faster. So, especially for Rainbow Road, N64 Rainbow Road, I don't think it was necessary to change it to a 3-section track. I think it could have been a 2-lap track because it's now just, in general, a lot faster to play. Oh yeah, let's get all those coins. But, I don't know. I've also mentioned in my Booster Course Pass wish list for the Mario Kart 8 DLC, I would love to see Bowser's Castle come back, and I'm holding on to my clutch prediction that it'll be in the Spiny Shell Cup as a follow-up to Wii's Rainbow Road. Alright, there we go. I actually recorded the race this time. I came in first, so I'm going to outline Katie's shoes and I'm going to outline all the bags. I'm going to finish outlining everything, and then I will play maybe one more race, and then I will call it an episode for the day. Maybe, we'll see. But yeah. Moving on from Double Dash, the next DS is the next core game, and it also has 4 tracks that have not come back, which are again Rainbow Road and Bowser's Castle, but also the only 2 circuits in the game, being Mario Circuit and Figure 8 Circuit. Now, I find that a little bit weird, but at the same time, the lack of not bringing, or at least not bringing back every easy track, I guess means that for future games they can do that. But I'm also beginning to think, maybe we're going to get to a point where they're just going to start reusing tracks again. Now, I think at this point I wouldn't mind that, because we're getting to a point where all the tracks have been used. And that's on top of the fact that Mario Kart 8's got a very, very interesting concept in the anti-gravity. And, like, are they going to really devote themselves to bringing that gimmick back every time just so that it can bring back Mario Kart 8 tracks? I don't know. I would like to. I think anti-gravity is super cool. So I would like to see it come back for the sake of Mario Kart 8's tracks. But even if they didn't, it actually would not be impossible, because Toad Harbor, Bone Dry Dune, and Bone Dry Dunes have optional anti-gravity sections, so they can pass for tracks without anti-gravity. And beyond that, several tracks have anti-gravity that really don't need it. Sunshine Airport's a good example where the only anti-gravity section isn't really anti-gravity. It's just slightly sloped, really. It's that spot in midair that comes after the runway. Others included would be, or at least others that can easily be fixed up so that they're not anti-gravity, would be Dolphin Shoals, which has the above ground section, which is completely anti-gravity, but it's just really a kind of a sloped rock, which can be easily flattened out. Oops, dang it. Another similar situation would be Thwomp Ruins, where it's a large cliffside and it's all sloped. And I think they could simply just straighten it out so that it's less of a slanted road and more of a straightened out road. But then you've got stuff like Mario Circuit or Mario Kart Stadium or Water Park, where the anti-gravity sections are really extreme. Like, Mario Circuit is one of the few tracks to fully go upside down, along with, like, Dragon Driftway and I think Bowser's Castle, but, like, some of them go straight up or all over the place, so it's like, yeah, I can understand why those would be hard. But several others, less so. Cloud Top Cruise, I feel, is another one they can easily just alter slightly. Make this nice and easy. It's a bag. I can literally straight line this entire thing. We do it. Oh, I kind of got off track. I'm not talking about the other tracks that need to come back. So Wii is actually, Mario Kart Wii is slightly above the halfway point, with I think 7 tracks not returning. Those being Luigi Circuit, Toad Factory, Mario Circuit, Daisy Circuit, Dry Ruins, Moonview Highway, and Bowser's Castle. So, you know, we're waiting on those. And then Mario Kart 7's just got the Woohoo tracks that haven't come back yet. Which, they're both kind of data mined for tours, so. Mario Kart 7 could effectively become the first game to have all of its tracks come back, which would be hilarious because Mario Kart 64 had the biggest head start on that. Oh, sorry, I'm a little focused on getting all these little, it's like a kind of like a paper bag. Better for the environment? I would assume so. Paper is recyclable. Better, it beats plastic. I hope y'all are enjoying this. I know it's still not much, but I very much enjoy just chatting and getting some art done. This is definitely a kills 2 birds with 1 stone idea. I guess when I'm done this drawing, I'm not entirely sure what I will do for this, if I will keep going or not. I would like to, but it really all depends on if people want to see it. If you guys like this, please leave a like, and like say so. I would not mind. I would really appreciate it if comments could be left. I know some people might be nervous to do that, or people just don't have anything to say. But if you really enjoy this, leave a like, leave a comment, and I will try to do more. If you don't like it, hey, let me know and say, hey, you could probably do better content. Or if it's not for you, then you don't have to watch it either. Yeah, like I know as someone, again, I've mentioned this so many times, I want to be a YouTuber, and I have to find that balance of doing things that people want to watch versus doing things that I want to do. This is an obvious example of something I want to do, but it's not necessarily something everyone wants to see. So I also have to make sure I'm doing stuff that people actually want to watch. I'm going to do... How do I want to do the bag straps? I think they need to be... Oh, I made that a part of the outline. Okay. You know what? I will just make it a part of the outline, but I will change color so that they're a bit more lighter brown. As though like rope bags. But yeah, like content, like I understand that this is going to be a hard endeavor, but I'm not going to give up on it. I want to do this, and I will find a way to make this work. I recently saw a YouTuber named Blard. He's one of my favorites, my current favorite people to watch. He's hilarious. He and his friends like Smitty, Puffer, and Grizzy. I absolutely love watching those guys because their dynamic is hilarious. But he recently hit 1 million, and he kind of gave a big speech about, or a video about how he made it to where he is. And it came with, I thought there was a lot of good advice in that video. And part of it was networking. Like you gotta be open to work with other people. You gotta try and introduce yourself. You gotta get yourself out there. For me, that's going to be hard. I'm an introvert. And meeting online friends is probably going to be something really hard. Now, I have people to work with. I know a lot of people. Like I mentioned, I have my friend Matt, and I'm planning on doing some Mario Kart or Mario Party with him. So that's one. I recently tried to reach out to another YouTuber I follow. In fact, I think they started following me first. I'm not entirely sure. And they left a comment on my Mario Party Superstars wishlist video that honestly, and it was long after, and I kind of indirectly got through to them. Like I started getting through into their content without even realizing that they were the same person that commented on my video. So I was like, that's amazing. So I did reach out to them to see if I could try and network with them, maybe create some Mario Kart videos, like discussions and stuff, because I know my discussions did really well. So I'm hoping to improve over time, but at the same time, I have to give myself the space to do so. It's going to be hard because, like I said, I have so much going on. I still work. I'm going through a lot of personal stuff as well, like just keeping myself steady and afloat. I wouldn't say it's the roughest time because I know people could be going through a lot worse, but for me, in my life, this is a challenging moment in the fact that I'm living on my own. I have to get myself into a stable position. I need to make myself the money so that I can afford to live on my own with no problems. So it's going to take a while, but that's the entire point of life. You are going to run into stuff like this. But hurdles are meant to be jumped. If you can't jump it, all you have to do is you have to back up, you have to keep running, and you have to try again. No matter how many times it knocks you down, you just gotta keep trying. And if that hurdle is just maybe something too much to overcome, then it's time to swap lanes and find something else. If you really feel like you can't do it, maybe you'll find something else that works for you. I'm no philosopher, I'm no genius on life, but this is just how I view it. I'm gonna do one more race and then I'm gonna call it a video so that at least I can get some coloring in. And we're gonna end off, I think, with the trick version of Shroom Ridge, so we can get all the, well, almost all of the variants out there. So let's get into it. I'm gonna pick my Yoshi Me racing suit, I'm gonna pick the pink capsule cart, and I'm gonna pick the Icy Mario's mustache. I'm going to remember to hit record this time. I'm hitting OK, and we're going in. So yeah, as I don't mean to get too deep, but I kind of also do, because I want to show how serious I am about this. I understand that it's going to be hard for me to try to actually live up to being a full-time YouTuber. I'm going to keep at it no matter what. I'm going, like every job I get in between is going to be a means to an end so that I can afford to survive on my own until I reach the point where YouTube can support me. I promise myself and to anybody else who cares, I will do my best to succeed, and we will see if I'm capable of doing that. Maybe I'll have to go beyond my limits. Maybe I'll have to do things I never thought I would do. It's going to be hard, but I want to believe that I can do it. So when I take my inevitable break after my Violet Monotype run, I'm going to give myself the space to, well, that break is also going to give me space to kind of do what I want to do. There's still so much drawing I want to do. I'm working on a graphic novel. I want to get more of that done. I have so many art projects that I've been telling myself, hey, I want to start this. None of them have gotten finished, or very few of them have gotten finished, so I want to kind of work on those too. But beyond that even, I think another thing I really want to do, screw you Wigglers, is I want to maybe pre-record some videos with my friends and have those ready for when I come back, so that I can try to test the waters with group things with friends and see if those do better. Because I think, like, if anything, that's what I want to do in terms of content creating, is that I want to create funny moment videos with friends. I want to see over-the-top hilarious reactions to whatever dumbass shit happens. So I want to, there's so much I want to do. I know I've tested the waters with a lot of different things like countdowns, discussions, and playthroughs, but I don't know what's for me yet. But I'll find something. I will get to something. So I came in second, so I'm going to color 2 different spots. I'm going to start by coloring, you know what, I'm going to do all of Stacy's hair. Pardon me for a second, I need to go and get a reference picture. Alright, we're back. Thank you for waiting. Okay, good. Everything on the outline is supposed to be, that is on the outline is there. Perfect. Okay, so once again, I'm kind of sorry that I keep getting into all of this. I keep feeling I am definitely repeating myself, but I just think it's necessary. I want to try and connect with an audience as well. That's, I think, a very important thing for a YouTuber, is to be connected with their audience. So that's why I say don't be afraid to leave comments. I'm not one to argue over people's opinions. I try my best to be a very easygoing person. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not gonna bite. Don't worry, guys. I might disagree with opinions, but I'm not gonna make you feel bad for your opinions. And if I do, call me out for it, and I will 100% apologize, because I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. I don't want anyone to feel like I'm bullying them, because that's not who I am. That's not the type of person I am. I don't want to be a bully. I don't try to be a bully. Enough said. Off topic, but something I would like to mention. I'm thinking I'm going to make a goal. Like, obviously, as you've probably seen at the beginning of all my videos lately, I've been mentioning that I got a goal to hit 500 subs as my first personal goal. If I hit 500 subs, if I hit 500 subscribers, that's when I think I will do a face reveal. I now have what it takes to do that. It won't be pretty. It'll be pretty awkward, not gonna lie, because I will be using OBS for that. But if we hit 500 subscribers, I will do a formal face reveal. I know that might not be too huge, I feel like that's something I should definitely save for a bigger milestone. But I think that that would be a good start, because I think another good thing would be if I were to actually do face cam for certain games. Like if I'm doing any sort of recording on OBS, I think I should be using my face cam. Or maybe what I can do is I can try to do like some sort of face cam, and then I can like overlay that onto my other videos when I use like Elgato. But yeah, I'm going to say that when I hit 500, I promise I will do a face reveal. I will, how I'll do it? Not sure yet, but I promise I will. I hope anybody who's watching this and has gotten this far, I greatly appreciate that you watched this far. Even if you're not watching and you're just listening, that's fine too. I appreciate you, and I hope you guys keep looking forward to other videos. But yeah, that's me once again, unnecessarily pouring my heart out. But I really hope that it helps. I want to connect with people, and I hope you guys would want to do the same. But that's up to you. In any case, yeah, so we are kind of slowly coloring Stacy's hair here, because I can fill it in pretty easily, but then I have to actually color all the outline in here. So this might, yeah, this is definitely 100% going to be the last thing I do for this video. We'll see on how much I color, because it's also really big. I'm going to break my rules and I might stop after this, because I don't want this video to be too long. Actually, you know what, yeah, I'll color the main part of her hair, and then I'm going to cheatsy doodle and I'm going to dip, because I don't want to make this video too long. I also have to edit this and make sure it's up for Saturday, which is kind of the next day. By the time you're watching this, it's probably already Saturday, but I'm recording this on Friday. So I definitely should wrap it up soon. I don't want to be making these videos like 40 minutes long. It's like, I feel like they should be a little bit shorter. But thankfully, I got a lot of progress on this drawing done. I know there are several people I've shown the outline to that are kind of eager to see it. But that's kind of motivation to get this thing done. Alright, let's do this. Because I need to get this goddamn thing done. Bingus bongus bam! There we go. All colored. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna try and do as much of it like this. Guys, look, he's not actually coloring it. But then again, I don't know how people who digitally do art do this anyway, so I'm just gonna do it based on how I know how to do it. Ugh. There we go. Oh, how much of that was... Oh, I see a bit of red in there. Hello, get out of there. That's not your color. This is not your space. Katie's hair color got in the mix. Yeah, I expected as much. I will definitely be touching this up when I'm done it, to get rid of all those spots that should not be there. Like if any of the colors overlap, because this is the first time I'm doing a drawing where it's multiple characters, but they're in the outlines are in the same layer. Normally it's like one character and they're in separate layers. But the only reason why I did it this way this time is because Katie and Stacy have their arms around each other, which kind of connects them a little bit. Plus, I was not going to draw their arms individually. It would have been way too hard. I don't think the layers would have allowed that. It would have looked weird, so I had to make it all one, the outline all one layer. Alright, there we go. So, this is it so far. So I'd say looking pretty good. It's all outlined. I'm going to start coloring the rest of it. I'm again look forward to this as a Saturday thing until I'm done this drawing, and then from then on I will figure out what I'm going to do. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode. If you made it this far, thanks for listening to me rant on about all of that. I find it easier to talk here because I'm doing a little bit less. It's not like when I'm playing Violet and stuff like that, where I'm focusing on the game itself too. So I really appreciate anybody who made it this far in the video. Please leave a like. If you leave a comment, I will do my best to talk to you. If you have anything to say, if you want to ask me anything. Once again, I don't bite. I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to be mean. I'm going to do my best to be respectful of everybody, no matter what. And I hope you do the same. But don't be shy to engage in conversation. I don't mind. And if you don't, that's fine too. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. Leave a like. Hit subscribe if you want to get all my videos when they're uploaded. Subscribe to that, hit that bell, and all that jazz. If you want to follow my Instagram, that's always in the description below. I should hope it's in the description below for these videos. If not, I will add it. I've ranted on for too long now, so I will see you guys in the next video.